This is a chilling story that takes place in a setting you might find familiar: the quiet, sprawling suburbs where the woods feel a little too thick and the nights a little too still. The Man in the Reflection. In a quiet neighborhood not far from the Twin Cities, a young woman named Sarah lived alone in a small modern house. Her favorite feature of the home was the massive, floor-to-ceiling glass door in her bedroom that led out to a dark patch of woods. One rainy Tuesday night, Sarah was lying in bed scrolling through her phone. The only light in the room came from her screen, which cast a pale blue glow against the glass door. Because it was pitch black outside, the glass acted like a perfect mirror. As she adjusted her pillow, she glanced at her reflection in the glass. Everything looked normal: her bed, her nightstand, and her own face. But then her heart stopped. In the reflection, she saw a man. He was standing in the far corner of her room, right behind her headboard. He was tall, wearing a yellow raincoat, and he was staring directly at her with a wide, unblinking grin. Sarah froze. Her first instinct was to scream, but she realized something terrifying. In the reflection, the man was in the room, but when she looked over her shoulder at the actual corner, it was empty. She looked back at the glass. He was still there in the reflection, leaning closer now, his hand reaching out toward her neck. Confused and hyperventilating, she looked at the real corner again. Nothing, just shadows. Then she looked down at the floor near the glass door. There on the inside of her rug were wet, muddy footprints leading from the door to the corner of the room. The realization hit her like a physical blow. The glass wasn't acting as a mirror. Because of the way the lights were hitting the rain outside, she wasn't looking at a reflection of her room. She was looking through the glass at a man standing outside on her deck, who had positioned himself in a large mirror he'd brought with him to perfectly mimic the layout of her room. He wanted her to think he was inside so she would run outside, right into his arms. Sarah didn't run. She locked her bedroom door, crawled into her closet, and called 911. When the police arrived, the man was gone. All they found on the deck was a large, cracked mirror and a yellow button caught in the doorframe. The most unsettling part? They found the glass door was unlocked. He had been inside earlier that night just to measure the furniture. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.